we're allowed to test. And first of all, look at the test bar itself. Look at the volume coming in. That is too high. That volume for me is a little bit too high, because the idea of the test, Roman, is to disconfirm supply. Agreed? And this bar with the high volume, what does that tell me? It tells me there is supply in the market. Okay. Otherwise, we'd have a nice little narrow spread down bar. We'd have down bars like this. Okay. I know it's a little bit contextual, but I'd still would want to see the volume reduce. If that doesn't occur, again, we test here. Volume does reduce a little. Then we push on up. Again, that's 3 days, like you said, unable to drive above these highs. And then it ends here, which of course is a hidden up thrust. And then, okay, it pushes up into this little breakdown bar, which breaks these lows, that takes us into new lows. And then look at the continuation we get. You know, look at the way we're expanding to the downside, and 2 bars, 3 bars here, yet we try to push up here with 4 bars. You know, there just feels a little bit of, not ease of movement to the downside, but it feels as if, where are the buyers? That's what I'm seeing here, because this doesn't reflect good quality selling. This, to me, just is showing a lack of buying potential.
Nobody's buying.
Yeah, nobody's buying. Which is different to supply overcoming demand. Supply isn't overcoming demand here. This action is reflective of a non-buying environment. And if you take into consideration the news, I mean, that kind of is understandable. So now the question is, we have a spring. We drew our levels of structure from last week's tape reading lab about where we would like to see the market go to. And we spoke about the first level of resistance, unable to break. It's printed hidden up thrust, and now we're kind of seeing selling coming into the downside. So if we retrace deep here, Roman, and then we have a fouled spring, we did speak about the fouled spring scenario, didn't we? We said it will free fall. And at this moment in time, this is unfolding. It's halted at the first level of resistance. We've seen weakness in terms of hidden up thrust, and now we're seeing continuation to the downside. And that does not mean we can still hang around and kind of have some form of trading range, but as it stands, it's not looking favorable, Roman, at all. And the further we close deep into this spring bar, you know, the more credence for when you say melt, I think we'll have a big free fall to downside if we break through the lows of here. This is so important for this market, this level.